Hello everyone, Greg Wareham. Thank you again for joining this part of our series. I want to take a couple minutes today to talk about your team, and I know we've mentioned it in the past. Three critical components of the team are, of course, your mortgage loan originator, your real estate agent, and then your real estate attorney. We've been fortunate enough today to have Michael Gutman, a real estate attorney, drill down on some really important topics associated with you purchasing a home. So we're going to let Michael spend a few minutes with you. He's going to educate you on some tips about obtaining a real estate attorney and some of the things that you need to expect in the transaction. Thanks, guys.
Well, thank you very much for having me. Greg Wareham, a wonderful mortgage person. Thanks for having me and inviting me to participate in your series on helping people in the process of buying a home. I'm Michael Gutman. I'm a real estate attorney. I'm located in Freehold Borough in New Jersey, and my primary area of practice is people buying and selling houses. So I'd like to give you a brief introduction of, from my end, what that process is. And I like to describe buying a home as a three-step process. So step number one is what we would call attorney review, meaning that you signed a contract with a realtor and now you have an opportunity to go through attorney review. And that's an opportunity to cancel a contract as well as make some changes. So the three-step process: one, attorney review. Once we're into the contract, step two is home inspections and mortgage contingency. So the home inspection is that opportunity gives a buyer to have a home inspection of a home. Based on home inspections, we can ask the seller to fix or repair things, and they can say yes or no. That would be the typical description of that. Mortgage contingency, typically contract will give you 30 days to get a mortgage commitment, a promise from a lender to loan you money. And the third part, that's the third part of our three-step process of buying a home, is the closing. My role as a real estate attorney is to make sure that title's been ordered. We review that title to make sure that you're getting clear title, no liens, no judgments, mortgages if the seller has are being paid off. And our office acts as the quarterback, the coordinator of the closing process. So we're coordinating with you, the buyer, the mortgage company, the title company, along the way with the realtors and the home inspector and the other attorney and the other parties on the other side to get you to that day of closing, where I like to say, get to day of closing, run back to the house and pop a bottle of wine. So happy to be here and to give you some helpful tips from the perspective of a real estate attorney on buying a home. So my first helpful tip would be, number one, find an attorney before you get into a contract. Well, it's a great time to call an attorney, get to know them, and to find out what the process is. This is a chance to talk about buying a house, the cost involved, the process, so that when finally you do find that house to buy, you're ready to step into the fray and get rolling. And it's not a shock when we get there. And when hiring an attorney, I think it's important that you hire a real estate attorney. For me, our office, our primary area of practice is residential real estate. So we're equipped to take you through the process. Our primary mission as a real estate attorney is to protect you, our client, and help you transition through this process of buying a home. From contract review, home inspections, working with your mortgage company, getting to closing. Along the way, we're there to facilitate and help you, and you're going to have questions about what you cannot do, and we're here to help you figure that out. And when picking an attorney, I think it's important to go online, do your research, and find attorneys that have good reviews. An attorney with good reviews is a good indication that they're going to be able to help you on your home buying process. And finally, not finally, but a very helpful tip is don't be shy. To my clients, I encourage them to call our office, or nowadays with email, sometimes people will email me at midnight, say don't call me at midnight, but email me and you'll often have an answer by the morning. So email is a great way to communicate with your attorney, to communicate any questions that you have and keep things moving. Because if you don't ask a question, then that's going to fester and it's going to cause you stress. And finally, team is so important. I have a team in my office. I couldn't do it without them. And you as a home buyer, you're assembling your team. You're going to have a real estate attorney who's there for you. You have your realtor who's working there for you. You have your lender, your mortgage person who's working with you. And in the background, we have the title company who's part of that team to get you to that day of closing. And you should be utilizing all those folks and making sure you ask them questions along the way. And another point would be finance. So as your real estate attorney, I think it's important to make sure you understand the costs involved with buying a home. Everybody says, what is closing costs? So closing costs would be legal fees, title search and title insurance, lender cost, application fee, appraisal fee, things like that. One you might not think of is real estate taxes. Not quite a cost, but money you need when buying a house, so you can figure out about 5 months worth of real estate tax at the time of closing. And homeowners insurance, you need a 1-year paid receipt for homeowners insurance. So these are costs that you need to know. You need money in the bank when you're buying a home, so that's important to know. And I encourage my clients to give me a call. I know in 2 minutes I could run through some closing costs and give people a good idea of how much money they need in the bank today to buy a home. And then as well as your mortgage person is crucial to figure out how much you're going to borrow, down payments, and all of these different things that come into play when buying a home. So that would be some tips on assessing your finance situation so you're better equipped when you're out there looking for a house. Thanks for joining us today. I really appreciate the opportunity to participate in this series. I hope you found today valuable and that you have something that you can take away and get some tips to help you. And if you ever have questions, I certainly would encourage you. You're certainly welcome to call my office if you have questions or comments. But I would encourage you to call your real estate attorney as well and enjoy that process. And buying a home is a wonderful thing to buy a house. It's, I would have to say, our American dream.
Wow, that was a lot of great information from Michael Gutman. I hope that you learned a lot through that and learned some of the different things that you need to look for in obtaining a real estate attorney, and then some of the things you need to expect during the process. Again, I want to thank everyone for joining, and we look forward to catching up with you in the next video. Thanks, guys. Hey, guys. Thanks for taking the time today. I hope you found it educational. If you have any questions or you have any comments, please drop a comment below. We'll certainly get back to you. In addition to that, if you really enjoyed the content, we'd appreciate it if you subscribe to our channel. We'll continue to try to provide value for you over the course of time, and we thank you for your time today. Thanks so much.